alien thing. Have you guys heard about that Israeli, that ex-Israeli, like not a scientist, is he a scientist? I think he worked for like their, I don't know. So he was a government official and he's like retired. He's like in his 70s now.
Okay.
And like maybe 2 weeks ago or not too long ago, he was making all these statements about like aliens exist and they're out there. And he's made a couple of statements. One was that they they haven't like even though the governments apparently like some governments are in contact with them,
Uh-huh.
including the U.S.
Really?
But that, yeah, well, this is who knows who this guy is. Apparently, he's a real official, but who knows what he's actually, what's true or not.
No,
Um,
they recently declassified all these alien files where they have these
yeah,
pilots that saw things, and they even had like a whole UFO like branch of the government looking into this stuff, and they're like, yeah, we don't know what this stuff is. It wasn't us. It wasn't weather balloons. It was something that wasn't from Earth, and they
yeah,
say that filed.
but that there's a difference though. Like from a person, a government saying like, yeah, there was something weird, but we don't know what it is, but it's something weird and it makes us kind of wonder. That's one thing versus somebody saying like, no, no, they've been here, we made contact, they exist, they absolutely 100% exist. That's what this guy is saying, but he's saying like
Okay.
we haven't done anything about it, they're not coming here to talk to to. Apparently, the aliens think that we're behind, that we're not
Not
ready yet.
technologically advanced.
I don't even know if it's technologically. I think it's just like a society. They say that we're not ready for them, according to
Oh,
this guy. According to this dude.
I
I
don't
could see.
understand how society could be ready when we're not like one team. Like there's society, and I'm not just talking about the U.S., but like different countries exist. We don't have
Hmm.
like one representative. We're blowing each other up. It's like why talk to us? I
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
I get why they wouldn't come because we're not ready. If they came right now, and people would go crazy. People would go so crazy. It's like they just landed at like in front of the Staples Center.
What do you
I
mean
don't
people would
know.
go crazy? What do you think would happen if like
Like they would like
aliens had
freak
a press
out.
conference? Like what would happen?
People freak out. Some people will be like, "Oh, this is great." Other people will be like, "It's the end of the world." People like kill themselves. They're like, "Before they try to take my baby, we're gonna go out together." People do all kinds of weird stuff.
That's what you
Oh,
think?
I think so.
I think some people like me, I would be like, oh, thank God. Here, take the fucking wheel. That's what I would do.
Hey, it might be Jesus taking the wheel because Jesus
There
did
you go.
go up into the clouds on a. He went up into the sky on a cloud.
A
What does that
UFO?
sound like to you?
A UFO?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And he said he'd come back, and he might be coming back to take the wheel.
They think all the gods are aliens, all
Yes,
the Greek
according to
gods,
ancient aliens.
Yeah.
according to ancient
I
aliens.
see some
Yeah.
logic to it.
It's an aliens?
There's a couple interesting documentaries on Amazon right now that came out in the last 2 years, and they're centered around this one ex-government official talking. And there's been some pretty big briefs, and he had a lot of interesting like insight about how the government has more or less already admitted to the things that we're talking about. It feels like they're slowly setting us up to let us know, it's already like kind of becoming normalized, rather
Uh-huh.
than just like blowing off the door. But eventually we're clearly going to get there. It might be another 100 years because in, the terms of like what the Earth is doing, that's not a long time. But
No.
I think the aliens came here. They probably came here before, but when we set off the atom bomb, I think that energy kind of that forced our planet to sort of move in a weird alignment, maybe, sort of like propelled it. And they're like,
Yeah.
wait, what just happened? Why is this planet like not doing what it's supposed to? And then they came to babysit that. I think that's what caught their attention. That's my theory.
They
They're
were here before that. I think that
They were here before
early,
that for sure, but that's when they started coming like all around a lot, and they started being like, "What are you doing?"
I
instead
think
of
that
just
they used to come around a lot on a regular basis. Like when it was early humans, I think they just come up, set up shop, and just like mingle with the people.
Sure, but once every like few thousand years,
No.
and then they would leave. And I think now they're like just hanging around all the time. I think that they had presence, but we've been around for so long, that there are times where they've become just like legends.
I think that they would come, set up shop, stay for like a couple hundred years, teach us some things, commingle, and then leave for a little bit, or go to another part of the world and then learn about those people.
Yeah, maybe that too.
Based upon my in-depth research of ancient aliens.
Those Amazon documentaries are good to check out. You'll know exactly which ones they are because they totally have names like Alien Contact, and they're out in the last couple of years, and they have like 4.5 stars and a lot of reviews. And there's like there's like a bald guy with glasses. He's the.
Oh, is that the guy? Is that the guy with the weird sideburns like that? No, that's a cat. Never mind. That dude does. Never mind. I got two guys confused.
Who's that guy? I want to know. Who's
the guy I'm thinking about is a cat expert.
Oh, there's always some weird cat expert.
And he's a weird looking dude. And I got him conflated with the ancient alien guy.
There's a lot of weird guys on Ancient Aliens, and they always look like they just woke up. Their hair's like.
Yeah.
Well, it's mostly just that.
My research.
It's mostly just that one guy who looks like that. That's Stephanopoulos, dude. I think he created the series. That cat whisperer guy is awesome.
He is.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be stupid. He looks kind of weird, and then he's like amazing. He comes with his guitar case. Danielle, you would love this show. This guy like knows how to talk to cats. It is like shocking. It is magic. The one that he's talking about, the guy who talks to cats. Like I don't know what it's called.
And I don't know.
Let's look it up.
I'm looking it up right now. And he has a weird name too. Something Stardust.
Oh yeah. Well, because I think he's native, right?
Oh, is he?
I don't know. Jackson Galaxy. That's his name.
Jackson Galaxy.
Oh, Jackson Galaxy.
I want that to be my last name. Is he single?
Daniela, look him up.
Okay, I'm Googling it. Jackson Galaxy. I kind of love that last name.
Actually, Cat Daddy. His show is called Cat Daddy.
Well, he had another show called My Cat from Hell.
My Cat from Hell, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this sounds good to come on.
Never mind. Animal Planet, I think.
What? What were you about to say?
Animal Planet.
No, you weren't. You were going to say something gross.
Oh,
he has interesting facial hair.
Yeah, and it's weird. He's got an interesting shaped head too. Very penile-like.
Very penile-like.
Peanut, but okay. Oh, because it's so curved.
Mm-hmm.
And his forehead looks very strong. He's not my type, but I might change my last name to Galaxy. Daniela Galaxy.
Look at his new images. He lost weight. He's all skinny now.
Yeah, I mostly see these skinny ones.
He used to be Tubby Cat Daddy for sure.
Tubby Cat Daddy.
Or Tubbier. I mean, he wasn't like.
Oh, okay. The further you go down, the more you see of the Tubby.
Mhm.
Aww.
How does he talk to cats like that? It's amazing.
Does he like meow at them, or does he just like Dr. Dolittle it? Like, hey, sit down.
I don't know. It just has a presence, I guess.
Yeah, he employs some kind of clicking tool, I think, if I remember, in treats. He has some things, to make cats do shit, like treats for them and like some clicker that they like. But then beyond that, he just somehow is mentally connected to them, it seems like. I mean, he talks to them. He doesn't like meow at them. He also doesn't like have a conversation with them either. It's like how you talk to animals.
Okay, because sometimes I talk to cats. I'm like, hey, little kitty, what's up?
And then do they do what you want?
Sometimes I'm like, come sit on my lap, and then they do.
Oh, my cat right now. So you know how she's here, right? So I left her here, from last week. So we got her tail. Yeah, her tail turns out it was infected. The cuts that she had on her tail.
Uh-huh.
So they kind of like reopened them up a little bit to kind of get like the pus out.
Uh-huh.
But they didn't patch it up or anything like that. They just gave me antibiotics and like some pain medicine for her.
Okay.
And that's been a bitch.
So you have to put it on her tail?
No. It's all ingested. But that's even hard with the cat, trying to get something shoved down their throat and they don't want it. Like I figured out that, I got to wrap her in a towel. And then I'm able to kind of hold her a little bit easier and then kind of get it in her mouth. And then she leaves all. Huh? She doesn't scratch me really. I kind of know how to hold her, but the problem is that she'll try to get away. And when she gets away, when she tries to get away, that's when they push off and their nails are out when they're doing that. And they'll kind of claw at you trying to just get away from you. And that's where, potentially, they could do.
So you just gotta squeeze. You squeeze them so tight.
Kind of.
Just free her into the wild.
Yeah.
Squeeze
like
her
dogs,
into submission. Squeeze.
Dogs are a little bit easier. I could throw like a pill like in a sausage, you know what I mean? And they'll just
she won't eat it with
up.
the food.
Kevin won't eat a sausage?
I've tried to. She'll spit it out.
Weird.
Some dogs do that too. They'll spit it out. They'll know it's there and they'll spit it out.
Did she get into a fight? Is that how she got scratched?
They're not too sure. We're not too sure, but probably.
So she ended up being able to keep the tail. So that's good.
Yes, she's keeping the tail. It was just infected. Yeah, it actually looks pretty good right now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because don't they use their tails for balance?
They sure do.
So it's good she got to keep it.
Yeah.
Don't speak too soon. Knock on wood.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of stray cats, mean cats in the neighborhood, and even when she's not out there, sometimes you hear like cats fighting.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Those alley cats, they're a trip.
It's weird. Like at home, like my cat seems like she's like kind of a badass, but here at this house, she's such a little pussy. She is.
Like what? Hiding from the other cats? How many other cats?
Yeah. So my mom has she's got a few of them, like 5 at least. But there's only one that lives in the house on a permanent basis. There's a couple other ones that kind of come in and out, but they leave her alone. But there's the one that stays in here. I think it's just because it's her territory. So.
Okay.
For the most part,
that's a lot of cats. That's a lot of cats to compete with. Yeah,
but most of them stay outside. They prefer to be outside. There's only one that stays inside.
You can imagine how they must bully her. She only comes around every once in a while. They're like, "Oh, you're back again, stray cat girl."
I guess so. Yeah, it's probably a territorial thing. This isn't her spot, so it makes her a little anxious.
Yeah, she can't feel 100% secure. Oh, poor Tevin.
Whatever. She can deal with it. Tevin needs to grow up.
Give her cat tough love. Tough cat love.
I'm sick of Tevin getting whatever she wants.
I'm giving her whatever she wants, Michael.
All right. Well, she's got me trained.
See, that's where you went wrong. Okay, so you need to get like a girlfriend that's like Tevin. And then you'll know what to do. She just comes over and is like, "No, Michael, let me in the house." Okay, I'm ready to go. Let me out. I just came here for the food and the company and to lay on your couch.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I could live with that.
Wow. Giving heteros a bad name.
Huh?
Giving heteros a bad name.
You can find a nice girl like that.
That doesn't talk, that just lays on the couch and sleeps outside and eats only one kind of food.
She doesn't sleep outside. She does talk. We know what she's saying all the time. Michael's here thinking about going on a cat lover's website and be like, looking for a girl for 24-hour cat owner
I was
play.
I was trying to think of a cat lady, and what popped in my head was have you guys seen the new Wonder Woman movie?
No,
No.
not yet.
Okay, well I won't ruin it if you haven't. But there's a cat lady in there.
Oh, you want somebody like that?
Gotcha.
Oh no, not this cat lady. This cat lady was the villain.
I was thinking how like your guys' description of the cat as a relationship. Unfortunately, I was like, well, that's too much of a commitment for me, so I wouldn't even want that girlfriend. That was my thought process. Sadly, I had to think. Yeah, no.
What? How much of a commitment are you looking for? Just like text me 2 times a day, and then that's all I can commit to doing.
Zero commitment.
Just like, okay, see you when I see you.
Well, that means like no relationship, you know. But yeah.
Well, no, like, okay, if you guys like run into each other, like, oh, let's get some drinks, or like if you just so happen to feel like texting them, all right, we'll talk. But if you don't, you don't.
Yeah, but it's not real. Everybody like pretends they have relationships like that, but it's not how they really are.
Well, I feel like I've had relationships like that, but the thing is,
No, you
people aren't both on that same page. Somebody says they're okay with that, but they didn't really mean that, and then
That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
It's not really
they're
that.
like, what's going on? I heard you went to a party where there were men.
Right. No, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. That's what I mean. It's not a realistic. It's not a realistic thing. It might be that way for like a short period of time.
Yeah. But then
like-
people start developing feelings, or you don't develop feelings, and
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
Relationships are hard, yo. I'm learning that every day.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, people want to validate themselves through the ownership of somebody else's emotions for some reason, and
Oh, that's kind of deep.
I think about it a lot, and I'm checking out for a second.
That's fine. That's fine. When you're ready, we'll set you up a nice Bumble profile.
No.
I was ready for the no.
The only way I would ever do online dating, or could be tricked into doing online dating, is if it was for like comedy purposes. You know, like if I had a fake persona, or I'm using
Okay.
I'm signed in on my friend's account pretending to be them. You know, something like that.
Oh yes.
So essentially, you want a catfish
your
hoax.
friend's account. You should probably just like message people for your friend. That's probably what your friend would want you to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, plus, like, I can't date anybody anyway. I mean, I don't have any, you know, I'm unemployed. I live with a dude. Like, I don't have anything, you know, to offer.
Yeah, that dude you live with is super weird too. He like doesn't let anybody eat his baked goods.
I pigged out on them, guys. I did. I ate those whole cookies on one, like, goddamn, like. So the Danish is, I went and I grabbed one, and I ate one Danish, and then I went ahead and grabbed the other one. The cookies, though, I'm actually a little bit embarrassed about the cookies. Because I did.
Why?
I took the whole, because I was in the mood for cookies, and I grabbed the whole thing because I didn't know how much I was going to eat.
Okay.
Next thing I
For
know,
people at home, there was like 12 or 15 cookies, maybe.
Oh, I don't know if it was that.
It
Oh,
was like the
was it
big
that many?
And
And they were
like
good
big.
size. Yeah, they were big cookies. They weren't small cookies.
They weren't giant cookies either. I mean, whatever. It's okay. I applaud you.
Yeah. I'm just sad that you did
Just
not
get it.
properly enjoy the cookies, because those were the kind of cookies where if you heat them up for like 10 seconds, they get
Yeah,
soft.
they would have softened up. I could see that. Yeah, absolutely. But no, I was in the mood. I was in a Chips Ahoy mood.
Which they weren't Chips Ahoy. I
They weren't.
heated one of those up for 15 seconds, and I was like, I almost ate the whole box right there because it was so good.
Okay, and for the people out there, I told Jacob about heating up hard cookies and how it makes them soft and warm and great, and he was like, no way. There's no way. If a cookie's hard, it's hard. And now he's so
Well, in all fairness, that was the first true thing you've ever said. I kid though.
Uh,
I joke, and yeah, I love the warm cookies thing. And actually, that's why, because they're your cookies, in fairness, of course. But that's why I like got on this whole tirade and was making fun of you, because I came out because I was like, I'm going to have another warm cookie. I've been waiting 24 hours, and then they were all gone, and I was like, the warm cookies were so good. So I couldn't stop thinking about it all night. And so then the next morning I had to like somehow make fun of Michael for eating all the cookies and hoarding them and tie it to the Danish thing and make it into this thing. And now we're still talking about it, which is great.
It is great. And I was super emotional at the time, and you were like, he said you can't have any of his baked. Because I was like, what? Wow, I guess I'm not coming to visit you guys anymore because the baked goods are like 95% of why I come.
That's good to know.
oh yeah, that is good to know. But I don't know what it is. I don't even have that big of a sweet tooth. I normally don't really like sweet things, but when I get in the mood, when I have like a craving, they're kind of like cake. Same thing here, like a birthday cake. You know what I mean? I'll pig out on birthday cake.
Well, dude, you ate so Daniela, you had that birthday cake and you left like a sizable portion here. And I, in fairness, I was like, I don't want you to leave any because, I would eat it all in one sitting too. But and it was a very good birthday cake. Like on your birthday when I had it, I was like, it's okay. Like I wasn't that into it. But then I cut off a little slice out of Michael's box and I was like, damn, this is good. I should have asked for birthday cake. And so then, so Michael had some birthday cake, and then I went back again like 24 hours later. I was like, all the birthday cake's gone, and there was a lot of it, and I know that he ate it all again in one sitting. It was like a Tupperware like this big.
It was like 4 huge.
He ate it all in one sitting. Part of me was
seriously, but I'm just happy that somebody finished that cake because even the piece I brought home, I didn't even finish that. And
also, first of all, we'll get back to that. I'm not being critical of you, Michael. I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you because it was really good, and I hope you had some happiness as you ate that. I'm very satisfied. Now, secondly, Daniela, did you say that some of that cake that you brought home went to waste? You didn't eat it all?
It was just, I had a lot of goodies that week because it was my birthday. I had a lot of sweets. And mind you, it was like a piece this big. It wasn't huge, and I ate half of that.
Okay. So not much went to waste. It wasn't like your whole face or anything because you had a beautiful photograph of you on the cake or print or whatever.
It was like half of a half of a piece of cake. Like
I don't believe her. She just wants to keep making it smaller and smaller and smaller.
The piece was this big, this much went to waste.
It was half of a half of a half.
Yeah. I was sad about that because that cake really was good. Shout out to my sister for supplying some delicious cake.
Oh, yeah. So to keep making jokes about party food and stuff, and me and Michael living together with food things, I got one more that'll make you guys laugh.
What did you do, Michael?
I don't know.
He doesn't know yet.
Okay.
So on your birthday, Danielle, your sister made these delicious fluffy waffles. And there was like a bunch of extra waffles that were left. And like there was like way too many, but they were so good. And like once a day after your birthday, I'd treat myself. That was like my end of day like snack was one of those delicious waffles.
Oh, that's good.
And after like Wednesday, there was just like a few left. I was like, oh, I got enough for a couple more days. If Michael has one, that's fine. There's a lot of other rotting food in our fridge, mind you. I come home, and what's happened? I look in the fridge, I'm like, the waffles are gone. Michael's thrown the waffles in the trash.
No! Wait!
Yes.
Michael, I thought at least you ate them.
No, I thought they're...
He trashed the last few waffles. I was looking at them. I almost picked them out of the trash, but there was other sad, goofy stuff on them.
They were
like,
really good waffles.
I was like, why do waffles? We also have like syrup we need to use that's like sitting here for 15 years.
Oh,
Sorry.
Michael.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. My bad.
He doesn't want me to. He doesn't want us to eat. He thinks we need to lose weight or something. He's like, nope. Had enough waffles for the week.
No carbs for Jacob.
A waffle a day makes you feel okay. Okay.
I think Jacob's
Sorry.
had enough of these. And I kid, I wasn't like that upset. I mean, I've only been thinking about it for 7 weeks.
Oh God, damn it. Yeah, no, you got. Listen,
It was on your heart. I could tell. It
Yeah.
was on your heart.
how long ago was your birthday?
November
It was
6th.
Exactly, and he brings it up. He's still bringing it up right now. Yeah, it's still on his mind.
It's the first time. Well, the feeling that I had when I saw them in the trash, I mean, it was real. I was like,
It's probably like here.
because like, where else am I gonna get those?
Strawberry waffles.
Yeah.